Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing super well. Today we're going to be talking about 10 fragrances for the high value man. Now I'm really excited for this video because every single fragrance in this list is just incredible. Like, I don't think I've ever loved a fragrance top 10 list as much as I love the one that I'm about to present to you. These fragrances all smell like luxury, like money, like a successful man, and they smell really, really refined and high quality. Now, please take this video with a grain of salt. Of course, I'm not telling you that you have to be a rich millionaire, billionaire to wear these fragrances. I'm just telling you guys that these are my recommendations if you want to smell like that. If you want to smell successful, if you want to smell like money, if you want something very refined and luxurious, these 10 fragrances here, you cannot go wrong with them. So let's just get straight into the list. Like I said, I'm very, very excited about this fragrance video. So let's go. The first fragrance that I have here is from Mizensir, and it is called Perfect Oud. Now, Oud is in the name, but let me tell you guys, this is probably the most likable Oud fragrance that I have ever smelled and I have ever tried in my life. Now, what does it smell like? So in the top, you get something almost fresh and kind of aromatic. There is a little bit of juniper, there is some coriander, so it does have this kind of aromatic, spicy top notes. This fragrance remains quite clean and quite crisp throughout the whole entire wear. So like I said, it is technically an oud fragrance, but it is the most clean and sophisticated and fresh oud scent that I've ever smelled in my whole life. This really smells like Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey. This is exactly the type of fragrance that I imagine that man to be wearing. Something almost a little bit cold, very professional, but also very luxurious at the same time. I would really recommend this fragrance for a professional environment. If you want to wear something very unique and luxurious and mysterious and wear something that is quite unique, this fragrance right here, Perfect Oud from Mizensir. It smells professional, it smells luxurious, and honestly, it is the best clean oud fragrance that I've ever smelled in my life. So definitely check this one out. Absolutely love it. If you want to give off Christian Grey vibes from 50 Shades of Grey, Perfect Oud from Mizensir. So the next fragrance that we have here is Layton Exclusif from Parfums. Now, Parfums definitely make quite a few fragrances that I could have fitted into this category, but I would probably say the one that for me smells the most luxurious, smells the most refined is Layton Exclusif. Now, if you guys know me, you know that I'm a big fan of the original Layton from the brand. Layton Exclusif still maintains the DNA of the original Layton, but in the dry down, you get more of the oriental notes. There is some oud in here, there is a lot more woodiness, a slight animalic tonality, and it just smells incredible. This really smells like money, it smells expensive, it smells very, very, very niche, very sexy, and very attention grabbing. I recommend this fragrance for the cooler weather because it's very, very, very strong and very, very intense. So wear it in the cooler weather, fall and winter, you have a big coat on, maybe a scarf around your neck. It will just smell incredible, especially as well for a night out or even a date. This fragrance is wow. Okay guys, so the next fragrance that I have here is Basso from Sospiro. Okay, this fragrance launched earlier this year, and you guys all need to run out and get this fragrance now. When I tell you that this is one of the best fragrances I've tried for a man, I am not joking when I say that. For me, this fragrance smells like a 5-star hotel. That is exactly what this fragrance smells like. If you guys don't know, I live in Dubai, and within the area that I live in, there is a lot of hotels, and there is one specific hotel that it smells exactly like Basso. It's one of my favorite hotels actually, and it smells exactly like this fragrance. Okay, so what you're gonna get is some spices and some freshness in the top. So there's a little bit of citruses, there is a bit of a spiciness, but then the dry down, it's just magnificent. It's dry, it's woody, it's a little bit smoky almost, but throughout the entire fragrance, you still get the freshness. You still get a little bit of a citrusiness, a little bit of this kind of fresh spiciness, and then it kind of is accompanied by the dry, almost a little bit smoky woodiness. It is incredible. For anyone watching me that likes Terre d'Hermès from Hermès, you're going to love Basso because it almost could be like the niche, luxury, expensive version of Terre d'Hermès. Basso is just wow. When my partner wears this fragrance, I swear to you guys, I cannot stop complimenting him. I'm following him, the trail is going into my face, and it just smells so sexy and so incredible. Basso could be a fantastic signature scent if you were looking to buy one fragrance from this list that you want to wear for all seasons, all occasions, for the office, for a date, for whatever you're doing. Basso would be perfect because it's very versatile and it's not going too far in any direction. It's not too woody or too fresh or too anything. It's just perfect. So this one to me in this list could be a fantastic signature scent for a man. So Basso from Sospiro, absolutely get on this one. You will not regret it. Next up, we have Amouage Reflection 45. I don't know why I said it like that just then. Amouage Reflection 45. Now, this is for the nice guy. If you want to spend a little bit more on your fragrance, you're a nice guy, you're very put together, you're very handsome, you really attract the ladies, Reflection 45. The reason that it's called Reflection 45 is because it's 45% concentrate. It is super, super strong and super, super potent. And the fragrance itself is just amazing. It's smooth, it's kind of creamy, it's aromatic, it still has a freshness to it because there is some lavender in the fragrance. There is a beautiful iris note in here which brings a kind of smooth and creamy powdery feeling to the scent, but not too much. The powderiness is definitely not too much. And then there is a little bit of jasmine, there's some neroli. It's just magnificent, guys. This scent smells like luxury, it smells like money, and it smells like a really attractive and very clean guy. So check this one out if that's what you're after. Longevity and projection is incredible on the fragrance. It lasts all day on the skin and it projects a lot. Most of the fragrances that I'm going to mention today have amazing longevity and projection, so I don't need to keep on repeating myself. So next up we have a fragrance from Chopard and it is called Oud Malaki. Again, oud is in the name, but the fragrance does not smell like an animalic, dirty oud scent. I would never recommend that to you guys if you want to smell very sexy and attractive. It's not something that I would recommend. Oud Malaki, wow, 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 wow. This is my partner's current favorite fragrance. He cannot stop wearing it. It's absolutely incredible. And what's fantastic about this scent is actually you can find it for quite good prices online. You can find this one discounted quite a lot. And you can find it at a lot of discount malls. If you do find a bargain on this one, get it, you will not regret it. Chopard Oud Malaki is this very refined, luxurious, woody scent. Very smooth, very creamy. There feels like there is a little bit of patchouli in the scent. I'm not sure if there is, but that's what I personally feel. And it almost has this sweet, a little bit like a white chocolate touch. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's personally what I pick up. I get this really incredible, smooth, creamy, buttery, woody scent. And it is just magnificent. This is gonna be for you guys that wanna maybe smell a little more mature. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean it in the best way possible. If you wanna smell really refined, really luxurious, you wanna drive your Bentley with like a glove on, that's who I see wearing Chopard Oud Malaki. You're driving a Bentley, you have your little gloves to drive your car. It has some tobacco in here as well. There is a woodiness, there is some oud, but I told you guys what I feel about it. It's a smooth, creamy, buttery, woody scent that is just very, very classy, very refined, and very beautiful. I see this one for a business meeting. I see it for a formal event. If you need to wear like a suit and tie and you're going to like a formal event, I see this one working absolutely beautifully. And it's just an overall 10 out of 10 scent that smells very luxurious. So Chopard Oud Malaki, definitely check this one out if that appeals to you. So next up, we have a very niche fragrance right here. If you're watching this video and you really do not want to smell like anyone on this planet, this fragrance right here. The bottle is just magnificent. This fragrance is called Black Gemstone from Stephane. Now, this is niche. This is definitely going to be a fragrance that you need to test it before you buy it because it really smells niche. And I mean that in the best way possible. Black Gemstone is wow. I would not recommend this to the person that has Bleu de Chanel, Terre d'Hermès and 1 million in their collection. This is another level of niche, and it is just beautiful. Black Gemstone for me is very ambery, very smoky, very dark, very leathery. That's what I pick up from this scent. I don't believe that there is any leather in here, but I personally do feel like there is a smoky, leathery note. It's woody, it's smooth, and the dry down, it becomes quite ambery, which is just addictive and very, very, very sexy. I would say fall and winter, wear this one for fall and winter, wear it for a night out with a leather jacket. If you're going to a lounge, a bar, leather jacket, throw on Black Gemstone, perfection. Or even for a formal event, it could smell fantastic as well in a suit and tie. Black Gemstone, you guys, this fragrance is really, this has the wow factor. This really has the wow factor. I have over 700 fragrances in my collection. This fragrance really has this wow factor to it. I'm gonna give you a tip. Wait for the dry down of this one, because the dry down smells even better than the opening. You need to wear this one, give it a little bit of time to kind of rest on your skin, and you will see this is a 10 out of 10 scent. So next up we have African Leather from Memo Paris. Now, I recently fell in love with this fragrance, and I am so happy that I discovered it, because it is perfection. Absolute perfection if you're a guy who wants something luxurious, niche, sexy, and refined. African Leather from Memo. It is just fantastic. Now, what you're gonna get with this scent is a lot of spices in the opening. There is some cardamom, I think there is some cumin maybe, there is some geranium, there is obviously leather in here, but I'm telling you guys, I personally do not feel the leather in this fragrance. I don't know how you feel, or if you've tried this scent, I don't really get the leather. What I get is a very resinous, spicy scent with a bit of sweetness underneath. For me, it smells ambery and resinous and spicy, and it is very, very sexy. The opening is quite fresh, but once it dries down on your skin, because I'm not gonna lie, I actually wore this fragrance last night. Don't think that it smells feminine, it smells quite masculine to be honest, but I'm a person who loves to wear masculine, feminine fragrances. I don't really care, I wear anything. This fragrance is incredible in the dry down. It smells very, very resinous to me, a little bit sweet, a bit spicy, very ambery, and it is just wow, 10 out of 10 fragrance. So if you were looking for something like that, try African Leather. It really is fantastic. I would probably say from the leather fragrances from Memo, African Leather is by far my favorite. Next up we have Xerjoff Naxos. Xerjoff in general is a very luxurious, refined and beautiful brand, beautiful fragrance house. It is just amazing, and in my opinion, it's one of the brands that really embody luxury and refinement from A to Z. So any fragrance from Xerjoff, you could get Renaissance, Tony Yomi, Ivory Root, anything from the brand, you're gonna have something very luxurious and refined and expensive smelling. But the one that I want to recommend is Naxos, because it is just a 10 out of 10 fragrance I think every single man in this world should try at least. Naxos starts out with a burst of lavender, so it has a quite aromatic opening, but as soon as you spray it and you smell it, you're gonna get a hit of sweetness. I think there is some honey, there is some tobacco, there is a bit of a booziness in here. It's very woody, very smooth, sweet but not too sweet, so it definitely doesn't smell like a candy, fruity sweetness. It's done in the most refined way possible. Naxos is one of the best tobacco fragrances on the market, period. The best tobacco fragrances on the market for a man, period. It is absolutely incredible. And I feel like fragrances that have a lot of sweet notes inside, like honey, vanilla, and tonka, cinnamon, like Naxos, sometimes they smell a little bit cheap, a little bit synthetic, a little bit, you know, fake. Naxos is one of the only sweeter fragrances, gourmand fragrances, that I find to be very, very, very refined and very well done. So if you were looking for a tobacco gourmand scent for the fall and winter, get your hands on Naxos. I also see this one working beautifully on a date. I personally love when my partner wears this one. It's very, very, very sexy and very, very, very addictive. I also find it beautiful in the cooler weather, maybe a night out or even like a formal event. It smells fantastic. Naxos from Xerjoff, one of the best tobacco fragrances on the market. It is a 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Falcon Leather from Matiere Premiere. I have never spoken about this fragrance on my channel and I'm so disappointed in myself because you guys need to run out and get this one immediately, if not sooner. This fragrance is just so sexy on a man. I personally would never put this fragrance on my skin. This is for a man. I get this almost metallic, dark, smoky feeling in the opening, and that's coming from birch tar, which is like a smoky, leathery type of note. In this fragrance you have saffron, labdanum, which is very deep and balsamic and ambery. You have birch tar, benzoin and oud. So for me, what I get is this very smooth, smoky, slightly leathery fragrance. And it's very rounded, it's very complete, and it just smells, guys, so freaking sexy. Dark, smoky, balsamic, warm. It is just absolutely a 10 out of 10 fragrance. I see this one for a formal event, a night out, even a date. It just smells really magnificent. If you have not tried this fragrance yet, trust me and try it. From the entire brand, this is by far my favorite fragrance for men from Matiere Premiere. It is the best of the best. And finally, we have Night of Love from Boadicea the Victorious. Now, out of this list, besides Basso, I feel like Night of Love is the most versatile. You could easily wear this fragrance all year round, all seasons, all occasions. Out of this list, I would say these two are the ones that you could purchase as a signature scent. It's very fresh, quite green, spicy, aromatic, and it has this very smooth woodiness going on underneath. It is just beautiful. And for a fresher fragrance, what I do have to say is that this fragrance lasts on the skin. Fresh fragrances usually don't last. They usually dissipate very quickly within the first 3 hours. This fragrance lasts and lasts and lasts on the skin. You also have an amazing leather note in here, but I feel like it's taking more of a backseat in the composition. I feel like you mostly get this very fresh, green, slightly aromatic scent with a smooth woodiness going on in the background, and it really smells incredible. A beautiful, luxurious, refined signature scent for a man that you guys need to check out. So Night of Love from Boadicea the Victorious, a fantastic fragrance from the brand. That is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing about my top 10 recommendations for the high value man. I really do hope that you guys will check out at least one of these fragrances, because like I said earlier, this list for me is probably one of my favorite top 10 lists that I've ever done. If you don't know me, I love niche fragrances. I love fragrances that have a unique feeling to them, and they really smell different from everything on the market today. And I feel like these fragrances in this list, you're gonna smell super luxurious, refined, sexy, classy, and very unique at the same time. So if you can, check out at least one of them, if not all of them. And if you have any questions about the fragrances, if you need my personal advice, comment something down below and I will help you out for sure. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.